Welcome to the Hewitt assembly video for your new hydraulic vertical lift. In this video, we'll walk through the full step-by-step process to get your lift set up and ready for the water. Make sure to follow along with your printed instructions and pause the video as needed during each section. Start by unpacking all of the parts and laying them out on a clean, flat surface. Double-check that you have all necessary parts before moving forward with construction. To begin, take the 4 leveling legs and slide them into the base of each corner post. Line up the holes and insert the adjustment pin at your desired height. Secure each pin using the small retaining clip at the base of the leg. Lay out the 4 corner posts in a rectangular shape. Each post will be labeled 1 through 4. Place a cross base bar between posts 1 and 2, and another between posts 3 and 4. Then, place a long base bar between posts 1 and 4, and another between 2 and 3. Make sure the side with 3 holes is facing upward. Using the 1-inch bolts and brass lock nuts from the bolt bag, attach the base bars to the corner posts. Just finger tighten the bolts for now. We'll tighten everything later. Now, grab the remaining long base bar and attach it between corner posts 2 and 3. There are 3 mounting hole positions on the post. Choose the one that works best for your water depth. Do not use the lowest set of holes. Once all bars are attached, square up the frame. Next, attach the corner brace tubes. Line each one up with the holes on the corner and secure it using a 1.5-inch bolt and a brass locking nut. Do this on all 4 corners. Once the braces are in, use 9 16th-inch tools to go through the frame and fully tighten all remaining nuts and bolts. Insert the 3x3 plastic plugs into the ends of the long base and cross base bars. There should be 10 plugs in total. Locate the cable inside the end of the hydraulic beam. Thread the cable through the lower hole on the beam and make sure it sits properly over the internal pulley. Next, attach the cylinder beam mounting brackets to the hydraulic beam. The thicker side of the mounting plate should face inward toward the beam. Secure them with 6.5-inch bolts and a brass locking nut as shown. Then, install the 4.5-inch bolts as shown, but don't tighten fully just yet. Repeat these steps to install the mounting brackets on the other side of the hydraulic beam. Lower the entire hydraulic beam into place on corner posts 1 and 4. Secure it by tightening down the mounting plate bolts using 9 16th-inch tools. Mount the pump box plate to the box using 3/8 by 1-inch bolts and washers on both sides. Tighten each bolt down securely with a brass lock nut. Do this on both sides of the pump box. Place your battery inside the pump box and connect the red and black wires to their corresponding terminals. Now, fill the hydraulic reservoir with approximately 1.5 gallons of Hewitt H2 oil. We recommend using a funnel and some shop rags to avoid spills. Once it's filled, remove the keys and close the pump box lid. Next, lower the pump box onto the hydraulic beam near corner post 1. Make sure the pump box plate is placed next to the mounting plate as shown. Insert the 2 hydraulic hoses through the rubber grommet under the pump box. Connect each hose to the correct port on the pump. Make sure to tighten each connection enough to press in the D10 pin. Lower the lift cables until about 1/4 of the oil remains in the reservoir. Then, refill it with the rest of the remaining oil. Next, mount the slide guide to the front crossbeam using 2 4.5-inch bolts, a washer, and a brass locking nut. Do this on both ends of the crossbeam and tighten everything down. Pull the threaded end of the lift cable through the crossbeam and into the bed frame. Thread the cable into the upper tie-off point on corner post number 2. Secure it with a washer and a double nut. On the opposite end of the crossbeam, take the cable loop and insert it into the lower tie-off on corner post number 1. Use a 1/2-inch by 2.5-inch bolt and a lock nut to secure the loop. Tighten everything down. On corner post number 1, remove the thread protector from the lift cable stud. Thread a 7/8-inch nut fully onto the stud and place a lock washer on top. Insert the spacer tube into the crossbeam and line up the top and bottom holes. Push the cable stud all the way through both the crossbeam and the spacer tube. Secure the bottom with a 7/8" nut and tighten it fully. Now, install the back crossbeam between posts 3 and 4 by repeating the same steps. Slide 4 carriage bolts onto the crossbeam, 2 on the upper side, 2 on the lower. Mount a corner bracket to the crossbeam and secure with washers and 3/8" brass lock nuts. Repeat this on all 4 corners. Slide 4 carriage bolts onto each side of the long beam, then attach them to the brackets using a washer and lock nut. Make sure there's no gap between the crossbeam and the long beam before tightening. Fully secure both long beams. Cycle the lift up and down a few times to help remove air from the hydraulic system. Watch to make sure all cables are operating correctly. To level the bed, use the upper Z cable and the threaded studs on the lift cable. Make small adjustments until the platform sits flat. Lastly, position the keel board in the center of the bed frame. Secure it using 4 7" carriage bolts, a keel plate, washers, and brass nuts. Your Hewitt hydraulic vertical lift is now fully assembled and ready for use. If you have any questions or need assistance, refer to your printed manual or contact Hewitt support.